I just transfer some of the worms into the new home in the basin. The bed is almost complete. Only the bell for the siphon is missing.
Hiedalle.
Today's mission: Growbed from shower basin. Use the old shower basin, which would otherwise be thrown out, as ebb and flow growbed on top of the IBC fish tanks. Tip: the drain's diameter is standardized. Okay, let's see. Last time Conrad used a packet which contained a plumbing set to connect several IBC tanks. This is done for now. I like the bandana outfit. The 3D glasses are awesome. Let's find a useful tool. I think we have to unscrew some of the plant channels and also screw the drain in place. I think some kind of screwdriver would be nice. An electrical one would make life easier too. And the outfit is awesome as well. Let's go! I got this shower basin as a container for expanding clay, which I use as soil replacement and is commonly used in hydroponic or aquaponic systems. You can read the entire conversation on the left. I originally planned to just use the clay and throw out the basin, but its size is quite nice. It's more or less leak-proof as well. The only drawback is that it's even empty quite heavy. The load capacity of each IBC is over a ton, about 1350 kilos, so it will be fine. The lowest plant channel should be removed to put the shower basin growbed as close to the wall as possible. This will guarantee a lot of space on top of the IBCs, and the channels will be changed in the future episode anyway. There are two screws holding the plant channel in place. It's made from an old window frame where we used the glass panes for the windows of our office cube here in the space. And the material of the channels is some kind of PVC, and the square shape made it quite easy to screw it onto the wall. I will make an episode about the pros and cons of these kind of plant channels, so stay tuned for that. The basin will hold clay pebbles and plants, which add to its weight. In addition to that, it will be an ebb and flow grow bed, which means water will rise to a certain level and then siphon out until the bed is empty again, and so forth. The water will be additional weight. It is important to distribute the load evenly. The most solid part of the IBCs are the metal vertical frames of the box the IBC is housed in. I reuse some wood planks to create a surface the basin can rest on. The shower basin is quite heavy. It was even more though with all the clay still inside. The guy I bought it from was nice enough to help me carry it into the car, but I had to unload it by myself. The empty basin is still heavy, but it's easier to grab since nothing can fall out. Once it's placed on top of the IBC tanks, they will support most of its weight, so it will be manageable to move it to its final place. I might have to change the position of the basin later once the canisters are placed on top of it. These are the same canisters I filled with the clay pebbles which came with the shower basin. There will be a future episode regarding the installation of these canisters. Even though the drain hole is standardized, I would like to increase the safety regarding leaks. This means I will place the basin in such a way that the drain is directly above the cutout of the tank. If the drain leaks, all water will therefore be dripping back into the fish tank. This will save future catastrophes and also some water. The drain is a simple shower drain, which consists out of 4 parts and a screw. The plastic part with the seal ring will be placed onto the hole from below the basin, and the metal part will attach from the inside. The screw will tighten the drain around the lip in the basin and hold it in place. It will also seal the drain. I don't like using metal parts in the system. This might be a bit esoteric, but you never know if a part starts to rust or what kind of elements are absorbed by the plants and the water. This time, however, the entire basin is made from metal, but painted entirely from the inside, and its intended purpose was contact with water and human use with immediate skin contact. Same goes for the metal part of the drain, so I don't see an issue here. There's also a plug which came with the shower drain set, which fits exactly onto the drain. I will cut a hole into this plug to reduce the diameter size and use it as base for the vertical pipe of the bell siphon. The length of the vertical standing pipe sets the height of the water level in the inside of the basin. If you have questions about the syphon functionality, I might upload a future episode about this. You could also just enter bell siphon into the YouTube search bar and you will find plenty of results. It's quite easy to build them with just a standardized pipe and some PET bottles. They also work quite well. I basically built a lot of them during the period I had ebb and flow grow beds up and running. To fill the new grow bed, I will borrow some parts of the previous grow bed. This grow bed will move on the roof of the bathroom at some point, and it does not hurt to make it a bit lighter before heaving it onto the roof. For example, I will use this media guard. I will need to create a new one once the grow bed is in place on the roof, but for now let's just use this piece of pipe with horizontal cuts. These media guards, they prevent the clay pebbles from getting sucked in and clogging the siphon. There was one bag of unused clay still in the space, which can be finally put to use. There are still some plants from last season, like the salvia and some wild strawberries. I just transfer them into the grow bed. They might need to move again into other smaller containers in the system to make space for larger plants, such as tomatoes, which need the media for their roots to have something to grab on. To further fill up the basin with clay pebbles, I just transfer some buckets from the current unused media bed as well. I think I will need some more media for the other planting containers. In the media there are living red wiggler or compost worms. Even though the older grow bed has been disconnected for a while, the pebbles still contain enough moisture and organic debris for the worms to thrive in. I just transfer some of the worms into the new home in the basin. The bed is almost complete. Only the bell for the siphon is missing. This can easily be upcycled from an old PET bottle. Now the law in Germany changed, so all plastic bottles have a deposit, which is good for the environment. This concludes today's mission. Subscribe for the next episode and leave some feedback in the comments below. You could also check out this video.
Or if it's your birthday, maybe this one.
Hiedalle.